Hey everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. This week I wanted to touch a little bit on the topic of success. A couple things came up that made me think a lot about this, and I'll start out with a little bit of a story. When I was growing up in Washington State, there were a lot of kids in the neighborhood who were pretty good athletes, but I remember I had a friend who was just kind of a step above everybody. Whether you put a football in his hand, a baseball glove, a basketball, whatever it might be, he was always the best athlete on the field or on the court. And again, just a step above. And he was a year younger than me. And somewhere in my teen years, he moved to California and I lost touch. But I remember seeing him playing basketball for the University of Syracuse in the early 1990s. And I believe he made it to 3 NCAA tournaments and spent a little bit of time in the NBA. But the thing that stood out to me is that, and this particular person's name was Scott, is he worked so incredibly hard. He was so dedicated and focused and disciplined when it came to practicing. And yet he also had that natural talent. So when you combine those things, talent, focus, and discipline, the chances of success are very, very high. Another one that I was thinking about was Julian Edelman, who played wide receiver for the New England Patriots. Now, if you look at the list of the top 5 wide receivers ever for the Patriots, he's generally thought of as being number 1. He was such a big play guy. And when it came to playoffs and Super Bowls, he was enormous. He beat my Seahawks almost single-handedly in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. And I believe that he has 3 Super Bowl rings. He won 3 Super Bowls in New England. But what a lot of people don't realize is that Julian Edelman played quarterback at Kent State University, was drafted by New England in the 2009 draft in the 7th round, and converted to wide receiver. So you hear a couple examples of people who made it because they work so hard. And I've seen so many great athletes and people around me who didn't have the focus, didn't have the discipline and the drive, and they never made it, even though they had all the ability in the world. And the point that I want to make out of all this is that I think that success in whatever it is that we do, business, maybe being a great carpenter, maybe being an athlete, whatever it might be, that success doesn't just come from natural ability. It doesn't come from the luck of somebody opening a door for you and creating an opportunity. Success comes from creating a plan and really working your tail off to get there. And I think that a lot of folks feel like the opportunities just aren't there for them to succeed. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. I started out with my back against the wall when I was young, and I just worked really, really hard. And I've been very lucky that I've had a lot of very influential people over my career who have opened doors for me. So I think that the key is, no matter what it is that you do, I just want to give people encouragement that find it what it is that you're passionate about. I think that's important. If you can find and do something you're passionate about, it makes it much easier to do that thing. Number 2, create a plan. What is my goal and what is my plan and what are my milestones? You need to possibly put things into that plan that need to be accomplished according to a timeline in order to follow that road and that journey towards success. And then finally, identify what success looks like to you. To some people, that's a really nice house and a nice car and a big salary. To others, it's happiness, it's freedom, it's retiring at 50 years old, whatever it may be. So identify what that is and get on your path. And I've said it before, but get a mentor, get somebody who can inspire you, hold you accountable, pick you up when you're down, and continue to pat you on the back when you're on a high. I think a mentor is one of those key tools that really help to find that pathway to success and keep you going when things get tough. I can guarantee that it's not always going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be really tough, but if you're diligent and you're focused and you're disciplined and you just stay the course, you will eventually find what you're looking for. So I hope that helps. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday.